Albert B. Ratner is co-chairman of the board of Forest City Enterprises, Inc. You can read a short bio in the program book, but let me just say that Mr. Ratner has lived and seen Cleveland at its best and at its worst. He's made it his business to know what makes cities succeed or fail. For example, among the many awards that he has received is the J.C. Nichols Prize for Visionaries in Urban Development. He is also integrally involved in the planning of a proposed International Welcome Center in Cleveland. We're very honored to have Mr. Ratner speak to us tonight. There's a huge event, you may know, that the Jewish Community Federation going on right now, so we really appreciate his time tonight and his decision to be with us. So please join me in welcoming our keynote speaker, Mr. Albert Ratner.
Thank you, Dan. There's a difference between the two of us. When I speak, people yell out, "We can hear you, we can hear you, stop." So that's one of our differences. You know, this is fascinating to me because I've worked on the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, it took us 950 years. We had 853 million meetings. And this guy and his family come along with something called the what do they call them? But the internet, something I'm not familiar with. But what do you do on some kind of equipment I've never seen? I don't even know what that stuff is. But I think it's amazing when you think of it, how things have changed, and people with ingenuity and ideas can take their head and turn it into this kind of thing. And that's one of the differences that has taken place. And that is the value of intellectual capital. You can be anywhere in the world and do anything. It wasn't that way 30 years ago, 50 years ago, or 70 years ago. That has tremendous implications for people deciding where they'll go and why they'll go there. I want to thank People.com for inviting me to be the first featured speaker for the first Hall of Fame. I know a lot of the 13 people. I've worked with a lot of you in all kinds of things. And I ask you to start out, those of you in the audience, and just for a moment, think of these 13 people and think how much poorer a community we would be if they weren't here. And it then gives you the value of what an individual is and how much an individual or a group of individuals can do. And if you do that, and then relate them to the particular community that they come from, and think of what Cleveland would be like without those communities, and you begin to understand the importance of doing what you're doing, I think it's really a wonderful thing.